Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. If you're joining us on the stream, hello, wave everyone, wave. That's why they're here. They're here for the waves and the interaction. If you're listening to us as well, thank you very much. You're joining us on a brilliant... What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I've got the stream on and the music just started playing in my ear. I thought something had gone wrong then. If you're joining us, this is all just technical glitches because of the fucking heat that we are experiencing at the moment. I've got to say, I'm not necessarily sitting in ball soup yet. In about 45 minutes, I will be. We're going to be doing Dan's favourite format tonight. We're doing news, super news, news cruise, but we won't get news blues. So anyway, before we get anywhere further into the news, let's just go around the room and say hello in introductions. Hello, Russ.
Good evening. How are we all?
All good, all good. Hello, Dan.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. Hello, Tom.
Hello, mate. And hello, Duncan.
Hello, Tom. I can tell you it is not that hot up here.
Yes, well,
Fuck
you're
you.
the only one of us that's going to be having anywhere near a comfortable experience on the pod tonight. So yeah, with the introductions out, we're going to be doing some news. So Duncan, we hear that you have some news. So do you want to kick off with our news? Over to you, Duncan.
Well, thank you, Tom. Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw. There's two... Well, let's do Elon Musk first.
Oh,
because
do we have to?
No, but it is also kind of cool that he's finally got... He bought out the Starlink satellite communication system, and he's finally got a license now, permission for more... Before the kind of... The Starlink stuff is what you use for your RVs, well, your recreational vehicles, and so it was so you could get internet in your RV, and it's usually also used for yachts, but you could only use it stationary. You couldn't use it whilst on the move, and now he's got permission to use it for on the move, so people can get internet whilst in the middle of the ocean using the Starlink service. But it's really fucking expensive, but it's also pretty cool. Then there's a whole video of what the pre-existing system that they used and the Starlink system, and the difference in is phenomenal. So it's showing a SpaceX ship landing, and one is really shitty quality and one is like basically HD quality. So that was a bit of news. That was, I don't know, it seemed tech and spacey, and it was like pretty cool. But it does cost, the hardware itself costs $10,000. And this is for Starlink Maritime, $10,000 for the hardware, and then $5,000 per month subscription. That is fucking crazy.
Well,
so
makes Virgin Media seem slightly reasonable in comparison. Doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm never ever going to complain about my Virgin Media package ever again.
I mean, they're basically the easy jails. Mobile internet. The other piece of cool news was, did anyone see the news about the Zephyr, the Airbus biggest autonomous kind of aeroplane drone?
Is this the blimp thing?
No, it's the plane that can now fly beyond range of sight, contact over the horizon, basically. And it was up in the air from, I think, Brazil, or was it Belize, to Arizona for 26 days.
Oh, this is the thing with the massive long wingspan and the solar panels.
Solar panels. Yeah, it's the longest unmanned flight to date, 26 days.
Because that'll be able to do sort of satellite type things, but without the cost of putting something into space.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're thinking it could also be used. I mean, obviously the military are partly funding this. Unsurprisingly, the US military also spoke about it, but it was like flying out. It's super high altitude. Well, they only did that to keep it out of commercial flight range. But that is just phenomenal. And also, it's more exciting than anything the Red Hot Chili Peppers did.
Huh.
Hang on, is that a loosely connected song?
Today's
joke about
laboured segue award goes to...
Well, it was the only loose, crappy joke.
Are we going to have to explain that they've got a song called Zephyr song as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
yes, it was big in the noughties.
Yeah, you were doing so well as well, Duncan. That's what's
I know. Sorry, it was something I was thinking about. I was like, I'm sure he talks about how lame the Red Hot Chili Peppers have been recently. So.
Oh, they're fucking awful. They are fucking awful. They have been fucking awful for the last 20 years as well. I will 25 years. One Hot Minute was the last good Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Yeah, should have packed it in around 1996.
Yeah. But
they should have given it away now. That's what they should have done.
But anyway,
look, I mean, now we've started, we can't stop because we're addicted to the shindig. And
now
Chop Top this says we're going to win big. So choose not the life of imitation.
But as we know, life is a roller coaster. Oh, the roller coaster.
No, fucking Ronan Keating. Da 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 da.
No, didn't they do roller coaster?
They did a roller coaster of love.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, love. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, do you remember that great Red Hot Chili Peppers song? Love is a roller coaster.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking of the Beavis and Butthead one.
You specifically, and it also, I'm going to be the musical pedant.
Hey, baby. You've really got me in a spin.
So, I mean, you had Zephyr, you had Airplanes, and yet you couldn't link either of those to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Look, I only thought of it downstairs, but the Zephyr one, the plane thing, fucking amazing. It looks so cool. It is like the coolest. I mean, obviously, it's going to be used for probably nefarious reasons, but they did talk about rescue.
It looks like it's been made out of bits of string and fluff. It
basically has. It needs to be incredibly light because it's basically it's solar powered. But if you get like a flock of those things, they'll be able to do like a mesh network anywhere in the world. They are pretty cool. But probably mainly going to be used for coordinating militaries.
Because I like solar panels at long range, and this
wait for it
unmanned vehicle is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane, Zephyr song.
Okay. I think I might just hit the button to end this.
Yeah, we're done. It's cool.
Thanks for watching tonight.
Sorry for totally ruining a really cool article.
No.
So I'm looking at the article.
You dare apologise.
I'm looking at the engineer. I'm looking at the article on theengineer.co.uk, and if you want to hear about someone ruining an article, it's the guy in the first comments who goes, "It's not an aircraft cum satellite, spelt COME, but an aircraft cum CUM satellite. Check your Latin. See the entry in grammarist.com. The Latin word cum, originally a preposition meaning with in English, has come to mean plus or fuck you."
Oh, fuck you. I would have people replied, that are spending their lives going around, oh, there's another one, right. Gonna type out my comments again.
Yeah. It's CUM, damn it.
Has come to mean and then changed. Actually, I think you'll find it's CUM has come to mean.
This is the most intentionally hilarious thing you've ever write.
Oh my God, Dad, you've got to stop being angry about cum on the internet.
There's an awful lot of it.
Definitely don't type in angry cum.
My Instagram adverts have got really weird, Dad.
Since you typed in angry
really
cum.
Strange TikToks now.
My garden is chock full of cats.
It's always chock full of fucking cats. No, it's a battleground for cats.
There's about 7 of them out there. I don't have a cat. And there's obviously some sort of beef going down.
That's why yours is the neutral ground.
Yeah, you are Switzerland.
Yeah. Except
it's where all the other cats are eavesdropping on each other.
Their little hands.
But I think in Switzerland the various armies of Europe didn't meet to fuck noisily in the middle of the night, did they?
I fucking love that fucking Caligula's going on in your fucking back garden. Just like it's
Catligula.
That's really good. That's the best thing. That's merch, that is. That's merch. Catligula.
Are we
one for the t-shirts.
Are we actually going to talk about anything tonight?
We could also talk about the space telescope.
We've spoken to some stuff. I think Space Telescope is quite a good one from this. We've been talking about technology in the sky. What about technology in space?
It's like very in the sky, isn't it?
How far away from the Earth is the? I want to say
James Webb.
James Webb. Yep, that's
About
what I wanted to say.
That's exactly what you said.
Can you answer in either double-decker buses or football fields, so I can understand, please?
Lots. It,
So
it
imagine the
moves.
distance-
So it's at the L2 point, isn't it? So it does move slightly, but it's like 1.5 million miles or something like that.
It is.
Maybe a lot more.
I love
than
that.
Hold on.
I love that someone's gone. It's about 1 million miles away, and then someone's clearly replied somewhere. It's 1.5 million miles.
Yeah.
It is.
It's about 1 million miles.
About 1 million.
It is probably 20 billion Elon Musk space cars away.
Okay.
How
So
about that?
one length of his own self-worth then.
Pretty well.
So basically, you know how long it is to get from like here to Bristol.
Yeah.
It's a bit more than that. So I mean, it feels like it takes bloody ages to get to Bristol. Like it's a bit further than Bristol, basically, but up in
Yeah.
the sky.
Especially with the hot weather melting the roads.
Yeah, really tricky to get there as well, mate. Really tricky.
You nearly just said hot roads. And
Dan, it is 17,600,000 standard US football fields.
Thank you.
Oh, he
Because
understands.
you worked
that.
out in 100 yards, did you?
So how
No,
big?
I-
Well, actually, I think you'll find there is a good 16
do the
yards at the end
converter.
of each football field for the end zone.
Shut up, you nerd. How big a catapult did they have to build to fire this thing into the space?
How far back on the elastic did they have to pull as well?
Yeah.
Have we talked? I can't remember if we talked about this already. But have you seen these videos from this spin launch company?
No.
It is basically a catapult that fires satellites into space.
It's fucking awesome.
by
That's
s-
amazing.
It's a massive wheel that they in a vacuum chamber that they spend days spinning up to speed, pumping more and more and more and more energy into it, and then at a very, very precisely calculated moment, because it's spinning at tens of thousands of revolutions a minute, it lets go of a payload which shoots out of a little frangible, breakable hole in the vacuum chamber and flies off into fucking space.
I mean that made
Well,
me.
I'm frankly rigid.
Yeah, that made me want to fire my payload.
So, like, it's not quite at the point where it can actually get anything into orbit, but like the theory is sound. It does seem to. The hardest thing
So-
is timing, letting it go
So I
to
hear.
insane levels of precision. Because if you get it a tiny bit wrong, you throw it into the ground at 900 miles an hour.
So how many rubber bands did they use?
Oh, I'm guessing a good 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah,
Jesus
like
Christ.
put a pencil through each end and really, really twiddle it round.
You want it. You want the person doing it being basically like the Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers of launching, not the Blake Bortles.
You're gonna make me do this.
Actually, I think if I Drew Brees' arm is just below average, just it's his
But he's
smarts
pretty accurate.
about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Accuracy
All right, fine.
or ability not to throw it into the ground, which is what Blake Bortles was pretty good at.
If we're doing it, then Blaine Gabbert was the one.
Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
Actually,
So we've
So those images, how much cum did everyone produce?
Fucking loads. Just been fucking wads.
I think that's really the reaction that NASA was hoping for, wasn't it?
just endless gallons of spooge. Just that's all NASA wanted.
Do you
Right,
guys
Cox.
know what a tribute is? Like
Tribute?
when like you send this is awful. You send someone a picture of you jacking off onto there.
Oh,
So, like,
so
NASA's
you
must
you
be
mean
loads
sexual
of, like-
harassment?
Yes, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
mean the
generally
photos
it's
I keep
something
sending
that-
my wife
Oh,
whenever I'm at work?
From the Premier Inn.
yeah. Every day. Go to work, rent a room at the Premier Inn for an hour. Oh dear. She's not going to be happy I said that.
Anyway,
but-
that's what NASA's
So,
got tons of. Just these pictures of space. Just
I said to you guys just before we did this. Obviously I didn't want to ruin like podcast gold, but the bit that really bakes my noodle about all of this is that this is light that has been traveling for maybe millions or billions of years across the cosmos and has been sucked up by our telescope. And so basically the image we're seeing is of stuff that happened billions of years ago, and that some of these things might not even exist anymore. Like they're just, that's the thing.
A
that really
lot of them almost certainly
my
don't
head.
exist anymore.
Well, yeah, like that one that you were talking about earlier, Russ, with all the galaxies and stuff. Like that, half that shit isn't there anymore. Like it doesn't exist. It's gone. It's collapsed in on itself, or exploded, or gone supernova, or whatever. Like it's just mental. Bakes my noodle.
Space, fucking mental.
Space. Fucking mental. I think, yeah.
Fucking massive.
Space. It's like a roller coaster. Fucking mental.
Doesn't always think of that. I think it's from Hitchhiker's
You've just
Guide to the
gotta ride
Galaxy,
it.
isn't it? That space contains everything and nothing, but there's so little of everything and so much of nothing that I'm paraphrasing here, but basically there's no everything and it's all nothing.
Yeah.
Space, it says, is big. Really big. Now, you may think it's a long way down the road to the chemist, but that's just peanuts to space. Still good.
It still is.
Characters are very, very cool, though.
I mean, they're just straight
Very
out
amazing.
like all sci-fi stuff. And the Nebula one, the cloud, the Carmina Nebula, the mountains, basically. Is that the one? Yeah.
Carina.
Okay, I'm just Carina.
I'm only saying that with authority because I'm reading the article.
That.
But it's crazy,
that
yeah.
puts you-
Like photons left those stars millions and millions of years ago, and bounced into a tiny little bit of metal that we stuck up in space. I didn't contribute much to the project.
Fucking. It's a bit careless that they left the
very
light
little.
on for that long, though, isn't it?
Especially in the middle of an energy crisis.
Did you see?
Exactly. Yeah, their bills must be huge.
Massive.
Massive.
Really big.
Did anyone see the meme of like millions of sharp photo from billions of light years away? 10 meters away from security cam. You can't. So sad. Obviously, I'm just doing my classic of not being able to finish anything because I'm just giggling at it. I just give up. Right, I'll just say night. Bye, guys. I thought
it was Stephen's quintet, but it's Stefan's quintet. Is the first compact galaxy group ever discovered, showing 5 galaxies bound by gravity and in the process of merging into one big galaxy. I mean, that is just fucking bizarre. Like, and you can actually see the sweeping of gas that's being pulled from the galaxies due to the way they're interacting with each other. I mean, it's like that's amazing, man.
It's a bit like us in the whenever 4 of us get in the fuck bunker, it all start collapsing in.
And lots of gas is exchanged.
I believe, Tom, it was the Spice Girls that said, "Get a little bit closer, baby. Put it on, put it on. Because tonight is the night when 2 become 1."
Yeah, and they did.
And they were singing. They were singing about that.
They were. Well,
That's what they were singing about.
If you can call what Posh Spice was doing singing. I mean, it's harsh, but
people thought it was like a sexy thing, but no, it was about
Stefan's
2 galaxies
quintet.
merging.
Yeah. They were pioneers.
They called it Stephen's Quintet like cunts, though. Just fucking unreal.
Steve's quintet. Steve from down the arcade. They were in many ways pioneers of modern music.
Well, renowned astrophysicists, I believe, astronomers, whatever.
Baby Spice was very keen, wasn't she? Very, very keen follower. Mel B, big Stephen Hawking fan.
Yeah.
Not so keen on Justin Hawkins, though.
Well, Mel B obviously released the concept album, which was... I fucking can't think of any Stephen Hawkins books right now, which says everything about me more than anything.
Space
History of Time.
But there we go.
Space.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, brief history of time. Yeah, just the concept album though.
Yeah.
So,
It was amazing.
with Rick Wakeman. Yeah,
Yeah. And Crosby, Stills and Nash.
yeah. Crosby, Stills, and
I
Nash
always-
and
I
Mel
always-
B.
Before he became a
Pioneering. It was amazing.
before he became a
Neil
professor.
Young's fucked off again. Just get Mel B in.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Mel.
But you need to distinguish which one it is because they both worked with Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So
I mean, who hasn't by this stage,
Shall we news it up a bit?
maybe, or we could instead just go with artists we'd like to see perform with Crosby, Stills, and Nash now, because I just had Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Dappy.
What about
Thought-
what about Crosby, Stills and Nash and Slash?
There you go.
The old Nash and Slash.
Yeah, Nash and Slash.
Phil says Russ has got his cat Tinder.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And also says for space launch you need Josh Allen. That's a good point. Josh Allen has a cannon for an arm. Proved a lot of people wrong. Did Josh Allen? Big fan.
Stop
I've got
trying to
some-
turn this into the Gridiron Gentleman.
Got some nerdy news of some sorts.
Hit me
News.
with your nerdy stick.
So we got some Emmy nominations. I'm just looking at it now. I can't find anything of the basically the Expanse didn't get nominated for anything, so I just kind of skipped through it. But loads of other stuff did. So
Other stuff that
massive
doesn't
the
deserve to win because it's not The Expanse.
Pretty well.
basically, The Boys, I think got nominated.
Yeah,
Loki, What
everyone's
If,
saying
The
that's
Boys-
getting really, really good.
What, The Boys?
Mm.
Season 3's just finished.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's doing
It's good. It is good.
Like properly good. Because it was sort of good, but it's a bit of silly fun to start with. But it's sounding excellent.
Bit too many.
Yeah, it's good.
Bit too many superhero Nazis for my liking. However,
Arcane got nominated. I still haven't watched that yet. Apparently it is really good. I need to watch that.
So the best drama noms, which is probably kind of the main one, isn't it? Is Better Call Saul, Euphoria, Ozark, Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Succession, and Yellow Jackets.
Okay. So I've seen a few of those. Seen Ozark, which is one of the most tense shows I've ever watched. Just constantly
Ozark.
you spend just constantly just like wincing at the screen basically, because everything is just one bad move away from going completely tits up. And it's not going to happen because it's a TV series, but then they show things happen that do go tits up and you're like, oh, maybe it will. Shy ending though. I didn't like the ending. What else do we have? Squid Games. I think Squid Game. It might be controversial to say Squid Game might be a tad overrated.
I haven't watched any of it, so
I think it reached that level of cultural penetration that just is sort of nothing's
Annoying.
quite that good, is it?
Did you watch it, Russ, or did it reach that cultural penetration where it put you off like watching Stranger Things?
No, I just didn't. I'm sure it's very good, but I just
Tom.
I don't have time to watch things like that.
Is there any way we can mute the other two here, Tom? Tom, have you watched Stranger Things?
yeah,
What do you think?
I fucking loved it. I thought the ending was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's
And
It's
they
very good.
they do win some big prizes for throwaway deaths. They really do.
oh, spoilers there, but
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, enjoy.
it's so fucking good. It is all of the hype it's getting is thoroughly deserved.
Oh
So,
yeah.
So I like Stranger Things quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things ever. I absolutely loved it, and I'm sure there are lots of memes spoilering some of this stuff anyway. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Chrissy,
Fucking
wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! Bless you.
thank you. Did I mute it
Yeah.
in time?
It's really good. I think so. Yeah. I'm glad that's been nominated. Comedies. Ted Lasso's like going to sweep everything, right?
I mean, it should do because it's genuinely one of the best things going. But it's up against What We Do in the Shadows, which is also one of the
I
best
like
things
that as
going.
well. And season 3 of that was really good.
Yeah, and the new series is coming soon. which apparently is heavily set in a vampire nightclub.
Question.
And everyone is putting in their articles, yes, like that one from Blade.
Has anyone watched Succession on
No.
this podcast?
Nah.
I just look at the cover and I just think, they're all pricks. I don't want to watch this. They all look
Yeah.
like fucking dickheads.
So the other
That
comedy
might be the point, but
noms
just put me
are Abbott Elementary, which I've never even heard of. Barry, which is fucking incredible.
is it good? I've never watched it.
It's very good. I would
What's it
not
on?
call it a comedy, to be honest, but it is phenomenal. Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is still bloody going. Hacks.
It is.
Did anyone
That is still
watch
good.
Hacks? That was absolutely amazing.
No.
It's oh Christ, what's her name? I can't remember what the actor's name is. She's a incredibly well-known and well-renowned actor who mainly I remember as being that dickhead president's wife in series 3 of 24.
I know exactly who you mean. Yeah, cool.
Her.
Yeah.
So she's like a sort of like a kind of an old school Vegas comic who teams up with like a hot new young up and coming comic from the circuit, and they have shenanigans. It's really good. Marvelous Miss Maisel, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, and What We Do in the Shadows. So
What's Barry on then?
It was, I can't remember what I saw it on. Probably Amazon, I think.
Yeah, right.
But
Is
Barry
Barry-
is fucking brilliant. Like really,
I have
really
a question
good.
about it.
Go for it.
Is it about the character from EastEnders?
Yeah, absolutely. Whose full name is
Is it-
Barry from EastEnders.
Barry from EastEnders. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's all I needed to know. Thank you. I don't think you'd lie. I don't think you'd lie about that.
Nope.
Yes. So Emmys, they're happening. Roll20 announces joint venture with One Bookshelf. This is on comicbook.com. The tabletop RPG industry is about to experience a major shake-up as Roll20 One Bookshelf has announced plan to launch a joint venture. The announced move combines the biggest virtual tabletop system on the internet with the largest digital tabletop RPG marketplace, creating a service that allows players to purchase an RPG and then immediately play them on the virtual tabletop. While Roll20 had a marketplace for users to purchase rulebooks that were viewable through on-site compendium, the addition of One Bookshelf, which manages both Drive-Thru RPG and Dungeon Masters Guild online marketplace, among others, will allow users to purchase PDF versions and utilize the PDFs on the virtual tabletop service. That's really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Actually being able to flick through the book rather than have it separated out into little text boxes is going to be a much better experience.
It was about time. But yeah, that's really cool.
I think there's going to be some interesting
Hero
stuff
Quest
coming
board game.
from
Yeah,
Roll20.
sorry. I hope so, because they've not done anything for like the last 3 fucking years.
Well, they've been
Anyway.
busy being acquired, haven't they?
Yeah, true. Hero Quest board game Frozen Horror Expansion Quest pack is on sale. The classic, this is comicbook.com again, classic Hero Quest board game was released in 1989 by Milton Bradley, owning a cult status. You don't need to know this. So the expansion is $44.99 compared to the game, which was 180 quid. So, and from what I understand and what I saw, very little difference from the original Hero Quest. So that's just a
Cool.
lot of money for Hero Quest, but Hero Quest is a lot of fun, and this looks fun as
Still
well.
got my Hero Quest.
Hero Quest. I mean, I blame Hero Quest for starting the whole thing off.
Yeah.
I used Hero Quest models within my initial Chaos army
Yeah.
because they had Chaos Warriors, and you could use the trolls, ogres, whatever. Not fulmers, fumers, whatever.
The one I want to get hold of is that Space Hulk box with the amazing Terminator models.
Is that little minifigure that I printed out for my mate? Is that a Hero Quest thing?
It looks
like
very
one.
much.
It look,
Yeah.
it look, I don't know what it's probably tweaked to avoid copyright infringement.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. There
It's
must
the
be a load
same
of
sort of
other
style
ones
with
for
that
it.
little square base as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know whether they were or not, but yeah, no, crazy stuff. Yeah, amazing. I always remember seeing those board games and really wanting them, and never quite been brave enough to bring them home. If you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, because you might
I
get.
swear to God,
prisoner.
Dad. Yeah, written out the will. Swear to God, Dad, they're not mine.
Hero Quest was really good.
It was really fun.
It was.
It could lead you either down the road of D&D. Oh, it just led, or Warhammer, and led me down Warhammer rather than D&D. But
have you seen the updated cover art for it as well? It looks really nice. So like the box cover for Hero Quest, it's still basically it's the same painting as was on the one from the 80s, but they've just updated it a bit. So the barbarian guy he's not just wearing pants anymore, and like they've I think they've changed what the wizard, and there's an elf in it now. But it's basically still it's very similar style image. Looks really cool.
Some
breaking
BMW.
news.
Oh yeah, what's breaking news?
Bandai Namco has confirmed that it has been hacked by the ransomware group, but at the moment they're still determining the scope of the damage. That was published 7 minutes ago.
ooh,
Interesting. So Bandai Namco are like, sorry.
No,
there you
go. Go on.
Oh, they're like the publisher of things like Elden Ring, Dark Souls games, that sort of stuff. And it's Alf V ransomware group. They've claimed to ransom them. Bandai Namco have now confirmed that they are being held to ransom. After we confirmed the access, we've taken measures to block access to the service to prevent damage from spreading. So if you play those games, just be careful for the next few days until they sort this shit out. And hopefully they haven't been ransomed for too much. Sucks balls, man.
Have you seen the BMW story today?
No.
Yeah, this is the one where you buy the car.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Buy an expensive car. And then you have to pay $18 a month for the heated seats to work.
what?
They've introduced microtransactions into a car.
Which is the most fucked up thing you could do at a time like this.
Yeah. So the heated seat, the ability to heat your seats works. They just block it until you pay $18 a month.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's like it would be like Tesla releasing vehicles that you then have to pay for every single. Oh wait, no, that's what they do already, isn't it? So this is more and more car manufacturers deciding to make people fucking pay through the nose for basic services in the car they've already bought. That's fucked up, man.
And if you're leasing the car, then you're leasing all the services along with the car as well, making it a more expensive experience.
Jeez.
Yeah. So Jake Groves shared his experience with microtransactions on Twitter, saying that he was driving the BMW 530e, whatever. He pressed the high beam assist button only to be told that he first had to purchase this on the store, where it's priced at the equivalent of $12 a month or $237 for unlimited access.
High beam.
Yeah.
What, the thing that dips your headlights when you get a car coming the other way?
Yeah.
God.
Wow. So a very basic safety function. Fuck me.
The full list includes active cruise control with stop and go function, adaptive M suspension, Apple CarPlay preparation, the BMW drive recorder, the BMW safety camera information, driving assistant plus, front seat heating, high beam assistant, iconic sound sport, the map update package, the online entertainment voucher, and steering wheel heating.
Fucking hell.
That's pretty cheeky.
It's shocking, isn't it?
It's fucking unreal, isn't it?
I mean, like, I've got adaptive. Just getting this Nissan Qashqai. My Qashqai has the automatic full beams, adaptive full beams on already. It's cheaper than a Beamer.
I think the point is the next one might not, though, if that makes any sense. If this is the way cars are going, then your one's fine, but then when they decide to actually, if this works for BMW, then sadly, then we'll probably see every other. This is where you'd like a fucking government to step in and look at this.
There was a thing with, I think it was Ford a while ago, who were basically arguing that you didn't own your car. You were purchasing a license to use your car.
Yeah.
Which is utter crap.
Yeah.
It's
Only a PCP agreement or a lease agreement is where you don't own your car until you
it was like, because of all the proprietary software in it, you were licensing the ability to use it, but it caused problems with people, like when you went to sell your car. Turned out you didn't actually own it to sell it.
Wow.
What a load of shit. Paul says, I look forward to everyone bricking their BMW and wrapping them around a tree. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Some good news. Top Gun Maverick just passed Titanic as Paramount's top grossing film.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's flying higher than any other Paramount film has ever before, including Titanic.
Yeah, well, that you could say
Titanic, 601.9 million at the domestic box office in America.
that. Well, it went down.
That's
I mean,
incredible.
Titanic went down very well.
Hey, but it is
Whereas
like
Top Gun's soaring.
yeah, on eagle's wings. It's indirectly funding. Fuck you, Alexa. Sorry. Somebody's so rude to my Alexa. Just don't interrupt me when I'm podding, all right? It is funding Scientology though, isn't it? 'Cause if you pay
No.
Tom Cruise, you're funding Scientology.
Then you in every.
I can put
guarantee
up with that
every-
for a new Top Gun movie. That's fine.
Yeah, me too. Every fucking film will have a Scientologist in it somewhere. I guarantee it. We always bring it up more than he does, anyway.
Well, that's true.
He
He
barely
doesn't. He
fucking
doesn't
talks
bring it
about
up. No, it's only when
Yeah.
he's directly asked about it that he
Yeah.
then gets. Yeah, that's
He barely
fair.
ever talks about it, does he?
Yeah.
That's fair. I think because he's probably got a better publicist than he had for that time. He had his Scientologist sister as his publicist. It was like, you should just talk about Scientology all the time. It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
If you
okay,
could just jump on the chair, that would be really cool.
yeah, just yeah. Someone now is obviously in his ear going,
Don't
Is
jump
he
on the
fair?
chair, Tom. Don't do it.
Yeah, politicians don't talk about their religion. Maybe you don't too either. Too, you know, it seems to work for them.
Have you seen John Travolta
Religion.
recently? Like, that's,
Yeah. Let's take him back to that day he hit you over the head with a spade and gave you a Scientology leaflet. I don't know what I'm talking about. I saw it. I do. It's not allegedly.
Miles Teller confirms he's in talks with Tom Cruise about a possible Top Gun 3 as well.
Single-handedly funny. Oh, sorry.
It's funding those annoying Paramount adverts.
Yeah, but if it means we get Top Gun 3, I'm with Russell. I'll keep going with this. If it means we get a Top Gun 3, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just funding cocaine executive. Sorry, Paramount executives. Cocaine. Sorry, just call them cocaine executives and get it out of the way.
What's your position? Cocaine
If
exec.
I was-
Oh wait, no,
if I
that's not
was-
actually my job, is it?
If I was 19, I'd form a fucking indie band called the Cocaine Executives. That's just fucking perfect.
I drop the S. Just call yourself cocaine executive.
There you go, perfect.
Spending a weekend in the snow.
I was
Is that a
listening to one of
euphemism?
our old podcasts,
Mm.
and I think Tom, you came up with what I thought would be a very good band name. You said the phrase "Hot Pink Triggerfinger," which should be an amazing band name.
Oh, classic me.
Hmm.
Hot pink trigger finger.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come
Hot Pink
from?
Triggerfinger. We're talking. It was when there was some cosmetics released that tied in with Halo.
Oh, the nail polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you
Yes.
were talking about how Master Chief wouldn't be able, like, what's the point of having fingernails painted if you've got armor on? And then it was pointed out that the armor is that color, not the nails inside the armor.
I see.
However,
You said
maybe
you
not.
imagine Master Chief would just dip his whole little finger in.
That's amazing.
Thor: Love and Thunder director Taika Waititi believes director's cuts are not good, and I fucking agree. So yeah,
They're certainly not good. What they've become is not good, because what they've become is proxy wars for arseholes on the internet.
yeah, basically, yeah,
Blade Runner, the director's cut, good.
yeah. Black Mesa Classic is a remake of the original Half-Life 1 remake.
Sorry, say that again.
Wait, what? Hold
Black
on.
Mesa Classic. Yeah, buckle up, guys. Black Mesa Classic is a remake of the original Half-Life 1 remake.
So,
I'll
So-
read it. This is on
Half-Life
IGN.
Source.
So is that not
being
just
remade.
Half-Life then?
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's why I thought it was funny
so,
article.
so the original Half-Life remake was called Half-Life Source, wasn't it? Which they just basically ported.
Yeah.
Half-Life
I'll read
into
out. I'll read out the
Source.
article, shall I?
Yeah, that's confusing.
Okay, this is on IGN.com. Go give them some love. They're a little site. They need all the hits they can get. Black Mesa, the Half-Life 1 remake that brought the game to the updated Source engine and added new content, is now being remade again in the original Half-Life 1 engine. Reported by PC Games.
But that's
Group
just
of modders-
Half-Life.
Group of modders are currently working on a remake of the remake called Black Mesa Classic. which will include Half-Life 1 in the original Gold SRC engine, but with the extra content and improved features added in Black Mesa. The mod has actually been in development since 2019, but playable demo was released earlier this week on the game's ModDB page. It was quickly removed due to a last-minute issue, but the team has promised it will be back up soon.
Okay, but how is the game they've produced not just Half-Life?
It's got the extra stuff they added to Black Mesa.
What did they add to Black Mesa, though?
The extra content and improved features added to Black Mesa, it says here.
That's what I mean. There was some sort of quality of life stuff. Sort of, you could get up a fucking ladder without hurling yourself to your death.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm rereading it again on that little known site that we're plumping. I think IGN are gonna. I think they're gonna do pretty well.
They might do okay. Yeah.
Get behind them. They'll do all right. So it's.
I mean, if you're looking for sponsors, IGN.
Yeah.
What
Why not sponsors? If you want to sponsor
you want
a podcast,
sponsor us.
Get your name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's really interesting. So basically, they're taking all of the awesome stuff that they put in with all the extra story stuff.
Yeah.
But they're remaking that in the old original Half-Life engine. That's like such a labor of pointless love. Like really pointless. Like I love this, so I'm gonna make it shitter. Brilliant. Well done, guys.
Can we make this, but with all the limitations of a game from 25 years ago?
Running on a fucking repurposed version of the Quake engine.
Yeah.
I think Quake 2, isn't it? It's the Quake 2 engine. Jesus.
It was mid-90s then, wasn't it?
Yeah. 97, I think, was when it came out. 98.
RoboCop FPS shows off gameplay coming in June 2023.
Oh yeah, this looks quite good actually.
RoboCop Rogue City has shown off its first gameplay and revealed lead character Alex Murphy with the full likeness of original actor Peter Weller. The game is now scheduled to arrive in June 2023.
What does he say? You are terminated. No, that's the other one, isn't it? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Have a look at the trailer for that if you've not seen it. It looks pretty cool actually.
I'm in.
Sounds a RoboCop good. FPS.
Yeah.
It's called Rogue City.
Your move, creep.
Your move, creep. Nuke. I found a really funny one again on IGN. Doom can now be played in Doom.
Yes, I saw this. Yeah.
As Doom continues to be played on just about every piece of technology available, things have finally gone full circle as someone has now made Doom playable in Doom. The inner Doom replaces a wall within regular Doom and mimics any movements the player makes. So by walking right up to it, the inner Doom therefore takes up the full screen and can be played in its entirety before players return to playing the main game. That's mental. I saw it being played on a till. Someone had put it onto like a POS, like onto like a shitty fucking POS system.
Yeah, I've seen it running on a printer, like one of those ones where you scan your card and select photocopying or printing. There was like a secret button tap you did, and then just Doom popped up, and you had to play it by pressing like the buttons to select how many copies you wanted had been turned into the controls.
Man, there's really not much. Here we go. There's obviously not much practical use for this. It's just another fun and ridiculous way players have found to play the classic. Other recent examples include playing Doom on a McDonald's kiosk and even a pregnancy test with a digital screen. They join a much longer list that includes a Lego brick, an ATM, a potato-powered calculator, a treadmill, and more.
I mean,
which I just think...
you can't play it on a Lego brick. A Lego brick does not have any computing power at all.
Hey, I'm going to find this, man. Fucking Lego brick. Everything is awesome, including Doom running on a Lego brick. In the video, you can see very fuzzy gameplay on a tiny blue angled Lego piece. Brown says the resolution on the brick monitor is a whopping 72 by 40 pixels. with just 1 bit per pixel, while actually attempting to play and complete this version of Doom would be more painful than stepping on a Lego brick. It's still an incredible novelty to look at, and there is a picture of it, which I'm just going on Twitter to have a look at.
It's not actually running on that thing. That's just that's connected to a computer.
So it's a little, like you say, one of those little Pico projectors or something, do you reckon?
I
think it's a little monitor built into that brick. It's a tiny
but there's no computer in there. That is attached to a PC.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Oh,
that's a shame.
It for me now.
I'm guessing the pregnancy test is the same thing.
Let's have a look. I'm trying to find the pregnancy test. They got it playing on a Nordic.
God, it does look amazing.
Brilliant. Doom on a camera. That's brilliant. Oh, here you go. Programmer conceives Doom running on a pregnancy test. The end result is a fuzzy version of the game playing on a 128 by 32 pixel monochrome display. It wasn't really playing a pregnancy test. It was just a video game being played back, not an interactive game. So it's like, you know, it's Doom on a device. Wow.
Amazing.
That's very clever that they... Oh, fuck it. People have too much time on their hands.
Hey!
Hey!
That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio reportedly returning for MCU Echo show, which is cool. Not really much to add to that. Charlie Cox, I'm happy to see them come back, so all for that. Taika Waititi somehow forgot that Natalie Portman was already in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I saw this. This is amazing.
Basically, the long and short of it is that Taika Waititi is doing a Star Wars film, and having worked with Natalie Portman in Thor: Love and Thunder, he offered her a role to be in a Star Wars film, forgetting that obviously she's been in 3. So yeah.
I mean, she should just go for it anyway.
Script that hasn't, yeah.
I mean, she probably could.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough prosthetics around.
I'm all for it because I think that will piss off so many people, and let's go. Let's just go.
What do we know what film he's doing?
No, he hasn't said yet.
No, I don't really know.
I'd imagine it will be kooky space adventure, though.
Do you think it's going to be
the sequel to Scrubs?
Do you think it's going to be on Tatooine? Because we haven't explored Tatooine enough.
Or just lots of sand and dry balls. Like, that's all Tatooine is.
I saw Thor: Love and Thunder.
And?
It's okay. Like, it's not bad. It's fine. It's yeah.
Unfortunately, that does seem to be the consensus.
Like, it's not... So, the people that are saying it's too funny can shut the fuck up, for starters, because... As far as I'm concerned, if you didn't think this was going to be essentially a comedy, then what were you expecting? For me, it just kind of it loses. It kind of seems to lurch from scene to scene, and it just doesn't really connect. And also, the smugness begins to get a bit annoying in it as well. I think it's not bad. I did enjoy it. I just didn't love it.
Yeah, my friend Frankie saw it today. Told me today that she'd seen it over the weekend, and she said there were a lot of jokes. That I laughed at most of them.
Yeah.
But she said, other than that, I knew I was just in for the ride, and then I left, and it was relatively forgettable. I
think it suffers from the fact that Thor Ragnarok was not expected. That makes any sense. Whereas this, we're kind of expecting what it's expecting it basically. So
you need to say that properly though. Ragnarok.
Yeah, true. I said it wrong.
Here's a bit of funny news. Mass Effect writer was surprised by demand for the Garrus romance.
I heard this. Yes.
Yeah. In Ask Me Anything on Reddit, Mass Effect writer Drew Karpyshyn was asked if the BioWare team always intended to bring Garrus and Tali back in the second game, or if it was decided later as a response to positive reactions to them. And he said, we always knew they'd come back as companions, but were genuinely surprised that they wanted them as romance options. Tali, he said, I could sort of see, but you never saw her face, so it was easy to imagine something human, despite the weird feat. Garrus blindsided me, he added, but once we saw what fans wanted, we decided to deliver. Which I think
what they want is sexy metallic Birdmen.
Yeah, there we go, with silicon weird, like, strange carapaces all over them and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good though.
Don't they have some sort of thing like they because they're a sort of like their DNA is different or something, like if they inhale a particle of human skin, it can send them into like the equivalent of anaphylactic shock.
Don't they called like dextroamino?
That's it. Yeah.
Is that right, Duncan? Is that a thing?
What?
Like, so Garrus, like his race, they have a different genetic makeup to humans. Is dextro and amino a thing?
I mean, this is from the Mass Effect Codex. I don't think it's 100% scientifically accurate. Yeah, Turians can't eat human food. I believe if you finger one, you can cause it to go into anaphylactic shock.
Here we go. Like the Quarians, Turian biochemistry is based on dextroamino acids, which sets them apart from most other species, including humanity, which are based on levo amino acids. They cannot eat human food or ingest any substance that is based on levo amino acids. Interesting. Yeah, so they can't. So yeah, like if a human were to ingest skin particles of a Turian, then they would probably feel quite sick.
So
Duncan's shrugging, which isn't a no, so I'm going to take it as a yes, which means it's backed by science.
So you shouldn't eat
I don't know.
But I do think it's obvious that the sexiest alien in the whole thing is Thane, obviously.
Yes, 100% agree.
Brooding assassin edgelord frog guy.
Yeah. With that raspy voice as well. Yeah.
He's
love Thane.
Very sexy.
Always wear it hot as fuck in that little outfit he wears as well. Love Thane.
Thane Krios.
I just started playing Mass Effect 3 on Game Pass, so I can play it on the cloud gaming, but it means that I'm going to have to just quickly play Mass Effect 2 all the way through as well, because it won't let you. If you start a Mass Effect 3 game, you have to have either rescued the Normandy's crew or fucked up in some other way. Or that's it. You can't have everyone on your squad survive and the Normandy's crew be saved if you go through the just what decisions would you have made thing. So I'm going to have to just quickly 100% Mass Effect 2 and then I can play Mass Effect 3 on cloud gaming.
Guys, a load of games coming to Game Pass.
What?
This month. So Far Cry 5, if you haven't played it, it's fun. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the PC platform, isn't it, already?
Yeah. Last Call BBS, Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 2, DJ Max Respect V, I'm assuming 5, Match Point, which looks like a fun tennis game, Road 96, Escape Academy, it's a bunch for you guys, My Friend Peppa Pig, Overwhelm, Paw Patrol the movie, and Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, Power Wash Simulator is the one out of all of those that I am most curious about. I've been playing. I played actually the first chapter of Road 96 before this podcast, which is a really interesting story, like set in some dystopian American, like America's turned into a weird dystopia called Petria or something like that, and you're like teenagers who want to vote for the person who's not the dictator in charge of the whole place. Are like absconding from the country and trying to get their way up this road 96, to the border and cross it illegally. And so you play, like in the first chapter, you play one teenager, and then in the next one, you sort of take over another teenager trying to make, and you have all different journeys, and they all kind of intertwine and intermesh. And like from what I've seen from the first chapter, very interesting concept. I don't really know how it's going to work out over multiple playthroughs, but I would give it a solid, 7 out of 10 so far.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very solid 7 out of 10, that is.
I'm intrigued by Power Wash Simulator, but I feel there's a natural beef between adherents to Power Wash Simulator and those of us that are more firmly into Lawnmower Simulator. And I feel I'm going to have to stay loyal.
I think you could enjoy both.
Yeah.
I'm watching the teaser trailer right now, and I tell you, it does look incredibly satisfying power washing a fountain completely clean and working out which is the best solvent to use and cleaning cars and stuff. It's a bit like PC. I think it's made by the same people who did PC Build Simulator, isn't it?
When you have to dust the PC, like blow the dust away.
But I mean, do you seriously think that seems more satisfying than executing a nicely striped lawn?
Yes.
Well, I'm just watching people clean things here and getting all the dirt off it and turning a locomotive into a lovely clean locomotive. Ooh. And it looks really nice.
Do you have to buff it afterwards?
I don't know. All I can see is people with power hoses, just like multiplayer, like literally 3 of them next to each other, just like cleaning out a great big crazy golf. And someone now that they're cleaning a helicopter now. Oh, that is shiny. That looks good. I think I'm in for that.
So it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Alright,
Today,
okay.
in fact, it unlocks in about tomorrow. It'll be unlocked in about 17 hours.
There must be a way
gonna have to give
where
it a go.
we can do the whole podcast whilst one of us is playing Power Wash Simulator and people can watch us just washing something. Maybe if we did it as like a Twitch stream instead.
That is going to take every ounce of modern technology.
Yeah, I reckon we can do it though.
Yeah.
So you want to do a podcast where one of us is playing a game and we can all watch it
Yeah.
and talk about it live and also broadcast it over the internet at the same time?
Yes. Yeah.
There might be a way. There might be some way of doing it.
I have a feeling
I think
that your big plug might come into useful.
Could we use Discord, or do you have to do it as a Twitch?
Well,
thing?
no, we want people to watch it, so we'd do it on like Twitch or YouTube. Not that everyone watching this isn't on our Discord anyway, but anyway.
Tom should really get on our Discord.
I don't know how
because there's a really good Star Wars chat.
'Cause I don't know how we'd make it so that we could all see what was going on. Is the only thing.
I'm sure you and your giant plug can work.
Well,
it
we could
out.
just watch it, couldn't we?
Yeah, but it'd be like 20 seconds delayed, so it'd be cocking useless. Anyway, we can work it. We can have a little play and maybe do a test or something.
Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, the movie, will open Hall H for San Diego Comic Con this year. Hasbro's Dungeons and Dragons, featuring Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Reggie Jean Page. I got that right.
Oh, he's the
Justice
sexy
Smith.
Duke from Bridgerton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sophia
he's very
Lillis,
sexy.
Chloe Coleman, Daisy Head, and Hugh Grant will all be there apparently. I think we should try and figure out what class they're all playing as one week as a podcast.
I'm gonna ask Emma about Reggie because he's.
I think he's going to be playing a rogue.
Yeah, he needs to be playing a rogue because he is the person in the world who most pops into your head when you say the word rogue.
Yeah,
But he could also play Bard because he's got a very seductive voice.
Yeah.
Justice
You
Smith
should
is
have
gonna
seen
be-
him doing the CBeebies book at bedtime.
Yes. No. Yes.
Justice
I've seen the
Smith
effects.
is going to be a wizard, right? Or sorcerer of some kind. Michelle Rodriguez, barbarian.
I mean, maybe fighter.
Who else?
I mean, this is going by very sort of like typecast depictions
Yeah.
of their.
Oh, Chris Pine could probably be. It is Chris Pine, isn't it?
Yeah.
He might be fighter, I suppose.
Well, I'm getting Chris Pine was the first person that signed up, which makes me think he's like the lead character in this. So I'm thinking fighter or ranger or something along those lines. Maybe a paladin, actually.
Yeah.
Justice Smith as a paladin, potentially as well. There's loads. It sounds like it's going to be quite fun. So, from what I understand, somewhere between the Lego Movie and Jumanji is where this is going to sit. So I'm kind of all for it. So
Nice.
because both those films are quite enjoyable. So I don't know whether anyone's seen it yet. Clerks 3 has got a trailer, poster, and a theatre release. Well worth a watch. Yeah. Paul Edge says Chris Pine screams Ranger. I think you might be right. Yeah. So yeah.
Clerks 3, man.
Yeah.
Problem is, you're gonna watch. So it's an animation, yeah. You're
No,
gonna watch it. No, it's not
live
Alright.
action.
live action. It's just gonna be weird, isn't it? It's not gonna be
Oh,
Critical Role.
Someone suggested the best thing they could do is have one of the characters die, played by one of the people, and then come back as a completely different character.
Like
that looks
next week.
identical to them.
You've met this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be quite fun. So yeah, Clerks 3. It's all up there. It's worth a watch. It looks fun. I like Clerks, so yeah. That's all our news I got, guys.
You're newsed off.
News-wise. I'm newsed off.
Nice.
Top newsing.
It's about an hour, isn't it?
Newsed us off for an hour. Good times. Okay, well, there we go. If you've got any opinions about the news that you have heard, any news, views, and opinions that you want to share with us as well, hit us up on social media, on our Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter platforms. You'll just have to use @TMTOOH or on Facebook, facebook.com/TMTOOH. Yeah, and if you go to our Instagram channel, you'll find in the bio a link to our Discord server where there's all sorts of chats going on. Dan, podcast schedule, give it a quick top line. How are we doing there?
I have been run off my feet, so I will at some point. I will release all the podcasts in a podcast form at some point. I do apologise to everyone that is still waiting on those. So yeah, it's going to.
Don't apologise, mate.
Dan has had
Sometimes
quite a lot of actual, like, important stuff to do.
Yeah, life takes
like for
over,
once, yeah.
and that's all good. And
a big wank.
Congratulations, yeah, a great big wank and a Scotch egg. So there we go. That's it. That's all that's going. So we're going to say goodbye to Russ. Goodbye.
Latest taters.
Say goodbye to Dan. Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace. We're going to say goodbye to Duncan. Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me, Tom. And on that note, let's cue the music. Russ.